Today I'm going to show you how to make a little bit more advanced of an aircraft. This is a cool paper airplane I've been making for several years. It flies really well. It's a little more difficult to make than your standard paper airplane, but as you can see, it's fairly unique looking and it does fly very well. So I'm going to show you the steps to make this. Start out with a regular old 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. And what you're going to do is take this top corner here, fold it down until it's even with the side of the paper, and just make a crease. Make sure this makes a nice point up here at the top. And just make a crease all the way back to the other side, just like that. Okay, you're going to open that back up and do the same thing the other way. And you can actually use this crease you just made, the tip of this crease, as a guide for where this should go. And that'll line up real nice. You just do the same thing, crease it all the way back to the other side. Then open it up again, and what you're going to have here is you're going to have these two little flaps on the sides that you can pull in together like this. And when you push this part and the top down, it should fold along all these creases. So you're going to end up with this sort of shape on the back. And then from there, you just push it down and make sure your nose comes to a point here. And just make sure you do all the creases real nice and tight. So what you're going to have now is you're going to have both of the corners pulled into the center and creased down the middle. And take just the top layer of paper here, just this top piece, fold that up to the tip so that it makes a straight line down the center of the airplane. Make a crease there. Do the same thing with the other side. Pull it up. Make sure it meets right at the tip, straight down the center. Make a crease there. Sometimes it helps to put your finger in there and pull the crease out. Okay. So now we have these two pieces here on the top. And from the back we have this little pocket. If you've gotten this far, you've gotten through the hardest part of the folding. The next thing you're going to want to do is flip your plane over and take this big nose piece here, that's one solid piece. You're going to fold this back so that it's even with the base of these two triangles. Okay, just fold this straight back, make a crease. So you will have these two separate pieces up front. What you're going to want to do now is actually see you have these two pieces. Now there's nothing on the back because you folded this over. What you're going to want to do now is actually flip this up along the center, along this center here. And this gets a little tight because this paper is thick at this point in the middle now, so you may have to run your finger over it a few times to give it a crease. And you're going to want to match these up as the nose of your airplane. Make sure your wings are pretty much aligned here. And just make a crease right down the center. Okay. So now you've got most of the shape of an airplane here. And then this is just like your standard issue, original paper airplane, the dart that's been around forever. Again though, your paper's really thick, so it's going to be hard to actually crease, but you're going to line up the wing with the bottom of the airplane. And then you're going to extend that crease all the way down to the tip of that point that you made. on that one side of the airplane. Fold that, make a nice crease. It is very thick in the center here, so sometimes it will wrinkle up a bit, but it won't matter all that much to the flight characteristics of the airplane. Do the same thing on the other side. Try to get this as close to the point here as possible, or as close to the center of the point on the crease, I mean. Sometimes it is difficult, again, because this body of this plane is very thick in the center, but that's also part of what gives it its stability and ability to fly very straight. Make a crease here. Okay. So now we have basically the airplane. Now what we're going to want to do to make it look like this is we're going to want to add some fins and flaps to it. So to do that, what we're going to do is fold our wings back up like this, make sure they're matched, and you can pick any place along here, give it a little bit of size to make it stable, and just give it a little cut at an angle like that. Probably about an inch, maybe inch and a half. And then we're going to take this, the angle of this line here that our wing was at, we're going to try to match that angle when we fold this down. Give the air a nice little channel to flow through. And then right now we have those facing downward. We generally want to flip those up. Some people may actually prefer to leave them down. You can do either one. I tend to think it looks better with them folded up. Tends to fly a little better as well, but that's my opinion. You may have different results. Now it will fly like this, but to make the final adjustment to it that makes it fly really well, we're going to have to remove a section here. So we're going to cut up to the line of the wing, the line that the wing folds on right here, with our scissors, about the same distance in as that back wing part. You can start at an angle or you can go straight up. I tend to start at an angle. Just make it right about to the same level there. Now on other airplanes that we've done, we would fold this up into a tail fin. But on this plane, because of how deep the body is, that creates too much lift and it makes it not fly straight. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to cut along the crease of the wing and remove that whole section. When we pull that out, we have our airplane. This is a very stable plane, flies very far, very straight, if folded correctly. Please comment and let me know what you think.